So Jim Harbaugh was the head football coach of Michigan. However, he got an NFL gig. So while leaving to go take the NFL head coaching job, he personally handpicked Sharon to take over for him because he believed in Sharon. He believed that he could be the man for the job. And, he told the university that they should honor his request and make Sharon the head coach. Despite being a married man with 2 daughters, he decided the first thing he was going to do with his new opportunity was to throw it all away by getting involved with an executive assistant. This was a clear and flagrant violation and mistake for obvious reasons. One of the biggest reasons being she was literally his employee and he had influence over her salary. Due to the clear and obvious imbalance of the power dynamics at play here, no matter how much this chick consent, she would always be viewed as the victim. And forget about how you put the school at risk of a possible lawsuit. Think about yourself. Think about how vulnerable the position you put yourself in. No matter how much this chick consents, no matter how much she tells you she loves you, she can wake up one day and claim victimhood and take you for everything you got because you were her boss and you was in charge of how much she was getting paid. She was benefiting more than he was. Now, I don't know how crazy her sloppy toppy was or, like how crazy the box was, but this chick was taking his due to the cleanest, man. All right. So if you look at her salary when John Harbaugh was there, Jim Harbaugh, I should say, she was making $58,000, right? She had a 0% increase for the 2023 year. But when he took over, when he became the head coach, she jumped 55% in 1 year. She went from $58,000 to $90,000 in a year. Whatever box she was giving him, whatever sloppy toppy she was giving this dude, bro, it was clearly worth it, man, because this dude lost his mind. You couldn't make it more obvious, man. All right, what job duties was this chick doing that warranted a 55% increase in her pay scale? But this dude was getting so comfortable and so relaxed, he was feeling like a king on campus, that he began to be in an open with this. Like, he was no longer hiding it. Like, kids was literally sending pictures to each other of this dude and her, like, walking seemingly romantically all across campus. Bro was too comfortable, man. Chilling out in public, right? Now, apparently this person says that they sent this photo of Sharon Moore walking past their house on campus April 16th of 2024. So this apparently been a thing. I've seen a couple of old tweets where people was like, no, I seen an old tweet from a month ago where somebody was saying, yo, Sharon Moore has been cheating on his wife with his executive assistant. So this was already bubbling on campus. Now, him being sloppy, him being careless, finally caught up to him because he was ultimately fired yesterday. But instead of taking his firing, right, with some type of integrity and principles, because you did wrong, all right, he decided he was going to fully crash out.
Breaking news in college football. Michigan has fired head football coach Sharon Moore for cause. The school said that an investigation found that Moore had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Moore had been suspended for 3 games and given a 2-year show cause order for his part in the school's scouting and sign stealing scandal just a few years ago. Senior college football writer Pete Thamel is all over the story and joins us now. What details do you have about this investigation and which led to this firing?
This is something that's been percolating at Michigan for the last couple weeks. There was initial flurry of speculation and an early investigation that died down toward the end of the regular season. There had been a lot of uneasiness on the Michigan staff. Sources had told me Sharon Moore had been acting strange, berating assistant coaches, not acting in a normal way. Quieted within the last couple weeks and obviously percolated back up within the last week. And look, I've been around this for a long time. It is rare that you get a statement like the one Michigan had, being as explicit as they are, saying it was an inappropriate relationship with a staff member that led to Sharon Moore's firing. He would have been owed, Kevin, more than $12 million on the 3 years remaining on his initial contract. Michigan will not pay him that money as they're firing him for cause.
All right, Moore was the team's former offensive coordinator, was promoted to the top job after Jim Harbaugh left following the 2023 national championship. They're getting ready for a bowl game against Texas in the Citrus Bowl. What's going to be the next move here for Michigan, especially after so many top jobs have been filled around the country?
I don't know what's between the legs of those 20 to 23-year-old blonde-haired, blue-eyed college white girls. But it got to be something magical, man, because these niggas keep crashing out over it, bro. He lost $13 million? $13 million? Because you wanted to mess with, huh? I don't know, bruh. The crime don't fit the punishment, man. All right. All right. Now, listen. Now, fam, yo, if you had to take a once-in-a-lifetime chance, man, because this chick was just so bad, you just had to, cool. And even that, it's still not worth it. But you lost $13 million for the opportunity to crack a 5. Crazy. Now, this is the time where he's supposed to take it on the chin, go back home, work it out with his wife, and self-reflect and try to get back on his feet and find other opportunities. But no. Instead, he went out for vengeance and blood.
Well, a surprising firing and a shocking arrest at the same time, rocking the world of college sports this morning. The University of Michigan dismissing football coach Sharon Moore on Wednesday, only for him to be arrested and booked in a county jail. This was hours later. News Nation's Ryan Bass tracking this one for us. So, Ryan, quite a whirlwind in the past few hours. What are you learning about Moore's termination and this investigation underway now?
Yeah, this escalated rather quickly last night, Kelly. I mean, Moore was fired by the university and then hours later was detained. Now, the university is saying that he was dismissed after an investigation found that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, which led to his dismissal. In terms of his arrest, we're still getting some details that are trickling in. But in terms of police, they have arrested Moore, and it's unclear if that is connected to his firing. The incident happened about 30 minutes before Michigan announced his dismissal. Jail records show that the 39-year-old was booked yesterday evening, but don't list charges or a court date just yet. Pittsfield Township Police, without naming Moore, said they responded to an alleged assault and took one person into custody. Now, Michigan's athletic director said that Moore was terminated after an internal investigation found, quote, credible evidence that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, a clear violation of university policy. He added this.
Here's what happened, okay? So after he got fired, after it became perfectly clear he done lost his $13 million, instead of taking accountability, he decided he was going to blame everything on, because essentially it was kind of her fault that they got caught, okay? So Michigan did their investigation once tips came in. They found no wrongdoing. They didn't find any proof of inappropriate relationship between Paige and Sharon Moore. Now, I'm sure that was a lie. I'm sure Michigan found proof, but they wanted to sweep it under the rug instead of addressing a scandal that was on campus. So they swept it under the rug. However, Paige apparently got pregnant, and Paige told Sharon that she was pregnant. And Sharon been trying to get Paige to get rid of it. However, Paige did not want to get rid of it, because why would you abort the baby of a man who is due $13 million, right? As a broke college student. Well, not really broke. She's making $90,000, but still, like, as a man, it ain't $13 million. So why would you abort it? So because she refused to abort it, Sharon been stalking her, been harassing her, been trying to get her to abort it. So eventually, an anonymous tip came in to Michigan, letting Michigan know, hey, yo, Paige is pregnant. Once they got that tip, they could no longer ignore it. They could no longer sweep it under the rug, because if this chick is pregnant, this is going to be a bigger situation. So ultimately, that was the catalyst for him getting fired.